Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So glad that you're here to join me for this 60-minute flow. My name is Cassandra. And first of all, I want to thank everybody that has donated or is donating to support the Black Swan teachers. We really appreciate you. And thank you so much for your generosity. And if you'd still like to donate, then you're welcome to click on the link in the Black Swan Instagram bio, or you might find it on the website. So glad that you're here today. For today's practice, all you need is your mat and your amazing body. But if you have some blocks or some props that you want to bring in to support your practice, to support your body, then go ahead and bring those in now. Also, for today's practice, we'll be working into the hips and the lower back area and opening up and exploring those spaces. But also, for those of you interested in the more subtle body, we're working in the second chakra today, which is the sacral chakra. And when we tap into the energy of the second chakra, we're tapping into our emotions, we're tapping into connection to self and to others. We're also tapping into pleasure and joy and creativity and anything that inspires you. So whatever you have to bring this practice to life today, bring it in, whether it's an intention or a quality, let that flow with you. The element of the second chakra is water, so this practice today is a little more flowy and a little more free. So glad that you're here. We're going to start in a comfortable seat. Sit up tall. Anchor your sitting bones down to the ground and lengthen up the spine, reaching the top of the head up towards the sky. And let's take a couple of deep breaths in together. On the first one, let's inhale through the nose. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears, breathe in. Then audible exhale as you let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. One more like that. Inhale, shoulder roll, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears, breathe in. Then exhale, letting the shoulders drop onto the back. And once we find a little ease, right, we're gonna find our seat. Because before we start to move and explore, you wanna come from a place of steady. So we'll ground ourselves into the ground, into the floor, or into your mat, or whatever you have underneath you. Close your eyes, or you can gaze softly down at the tip of your nose. Relax your hands down on your thighs or towards your knees. Begin to cultivate a gentle breath in and out through your nose. Bringing all of your attention onto your inhales and your exhales. Soften your jaw. Relax your face. Allow the breath to signal the body that you have arrived. Continue to bring your awareness onto your breathing. Then naturally let the breath elongate. Breathing in a little deeper. Exhaling a little longer. A couple more rounds in your own way, in your own pace, finding your way home this morning. Then let's collectively take a deep inhale through the nose and an audible sigh out the mouth. Then wake your eyes and welcome yourself to practice. Bring your palms together. Namaste, everybody. All right, so let's get started. We're actually going to start on our backs today. So find a comfortable spot on your mat. And your back body releases down. And you can keep your knees bent for now if you like, or extend your legs, whatever feels natural. We want this practice to come from a really authentic place, right? So what feels good in your body is the right choice. All right. Now you can stretch your legs long if they aren't already. Reach the toe tips away from the fingertips. Stretch your arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, let it go. Inhale. And bend your knees one at a time and hug your knees in towards your body. All right. If you have the playlist, you're welcome to start that now if you haven't already. And then coming back onto your back, taking your time. We're going to cup our knees with our hands here and start to move the knees in circles. So the knees will go together towards the left side of your hip and then forward and then out to the right and hug in towards your belly. So circling the knees together towards the left side of your mat, forward towards the right and then back around. Couple more times just like that, massaging the sacral area and the lower back. And use your breath here. Come back to the center, and let's take the circles in the opposite direction. Now knees together as they circle towards the right edge of your hip, towards the front, and then back towards your belly. Begin to sync your movement with your breathing. If you have an Ujjayi practice, bring that in now. And pause right in the center. And take the knees out wide and start to circle them in some direction that feels good on your hip joints. A little more freeing, a little more space. And take those circles in the opposite direction. Let the skull be heavy. And then find some freedom here of your own. Just take some circles in some way. Maybe the knees are moving independently of each other or back together or wide and narrow. Then pause. Hug the knees gently in towards your body. Extend your left leg long forward and the heel is still hovering. So your left heel is hovering off the ground. Left leg long, and you squeeze the right knee in towards your body. Tone the navel to spine, and release the left heel. Move that right knee slightly outside the right ribs now, and give it a little squeeze here. Relax your shoulders. And take your left hand to your left hip. And you can stay here if you're good here, you feel a nice stretch and opening. Or the right arm comes to the inside of the right knee and to the outer edge of the right foot. Half happy baby. Again, modify and change it up if you need. And one more breath into this half happy baby. And the heel comes back towards the thigh. We're going to take it across the body into a gentle supine twist. So it doesn't have to be your deepest twist. Just rocking that right knee over across the body. Right arm can stretch out into a T. Soften the upper back. Breathing into the lower belly. Let's come back to the center. Inhale. Slide that left knee in towards your body. Give it some rock or movement here to massage the lower back. Keep the left knee hugged in. Extend your right leg forward so the right leg is hovering away from the ground. Navel draws down to spine as you give the left knee a little hug closer towards your ribs. Then release the leg and take the left knee a little wider towards the left arm, the left shoulder. Stay here, right hand heavy onto your right hip bone. And then we're going to that half happy baby. And again, if you just want to stay with the knee hugged in towards the side, you can. Give an extra push out to that right foot that's elongated on the ground. Flex through your left foot gently. One more breath. Bending back into that knee. Exhale, we're going to cross that knee over the body. Supine twist. It's early in our practice, and if your morning body is like mine, it takes a minute to warm up, so be patient with yourself, be kind. One more breath here. Let's come back to the center. Inhale, hug the knees in towards your body. And we're going to move into a full happy baby. And if that means you're just grabbing behind the thighs, cool. Or grabbing the ankles, or if you can reach for the feet, then reach for the feet. And let it be playful and light. Bringing some joy into our practice. All right, and then bring the knees together, and you can either roll to the side and rise up to a seat, or you can rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. And then gather enough momentum. If you're in your seat, you roll over your shins. If not, you come forward, roll over your shins, and spine tabletop. So spread your fingers lightly, knees underneath hips, and the wrists come underneath your shoulders, right? Toes could be tucked or untucked. It's really your preference there. And we're going to pull the chest forward, drop the belly, tip up to the tailbone, breathe in to cow pose. Exhale, press into your mat, round to the upper back, and spread the shoulder blades into cat pose. Inhale, pull the heart forward, breathing into cow pose. Exhale, lifting the back of the heart, lengthening the tailbone down as you breathe out. Now 3 rounds on your own, and please, please, please enjoy your practice today. If you want to move outside the lines of that cow and cat, you're welcome to do that. And explore some different shapes in your body and just see what comes up. Ride the waves of your breath. You can close your eyes here and deepen your awareness inward. So all that happening. One more round just for you. All right, then pause here. Walk your hands slightly forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. It's the first one for me today, and maybe for you, maybe not. But widen the feet maybe as wide as your hips, and start to pedal your feet. Bend one knee and stretch the other heel down towards the ground. It doesn't need to touch, but that's its target. Head relax and bend the other knee and stretch the other heel. Then give your dog its moment, right? If you want to keep pedaling the feet, you want to bend the knees and sway the heels from side to side, letting the hips rotate. This is yours. Your opportunity to create your own practice, your own fielded movements. Then downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pause. From your downward facing dog, shift forward into plank pose. Heels reach back, heart reach forward. Zip up through the legs, navel up towards the spine as you press the ground away. Breathe in. Then drop the knees, move the hips back into child's pose as you breathe out. Crawl your arm bones forward, let your forehead rest onto the ground. Take a deep breath into the whole back body and the hips. Inhale. Then exhale, let it go. Weight your spine forward, tabletop. Pause right here. Moving into your tabletop, sliding your wrists underneath your shoulders again and knees underneath hips. Lengthen your right leg up and back behind you, just to hip level, and dial your right hip down, so it's hip crease down, so it's in line with your left hip. Toes pointing down here. Take a breath in. You're going to exhale, sweep that right leg over to the left, right knee behind left knee. Take the feet out as wide or wider than your hips and move your hips back. So you're in cow face legs or Gomukhasana and stretching the arms forward like child's pose. And then rock a little bit forward over your wrists and back. And this pose will look different on all of us. And that's okay. Just tap into sensation and move with your breath. All right, come forward. Press that left shin back down. Stretch your right leg back up and back behind you, hip level. Take a breath in, look forward. Curl your knee in towards your chest and pause. Press the earth away. Inhale, right leg sweeps back behind you. Open your chest, breathe in. Exhale, curl your knee in towards your chest, and this time you're going to step that right foot all the way through into Anjaneya Asana, or low lunge. Toes, back toes could be tucked or untucked. Sweep the arms up, reach up, Anjaneya, as you lift through the chest, reaching up to the fingertips and softening through the shoulders and face. You're welcome to yield the hips in, but keep the low belly hugging in towards the spine. Take one more breath there. Then exhale, drop the hands inside the right foot, Heel toe that right foot out to the right so that you make some space for your hip. Walk your left hand off to the left, maybe even off the grid, off the mat, and stretch your right arm open to the sky. Big stretch up, inhale. Then exhale, release the right hand down, tuck your back toe, lift your back thigh. Now you're in a deeper runner's lunge. Take a breath in. You're going to walk to the left until you find a wide forward fold. So the toes will pivot to the left, and then you'll have to scooch that right foot around, left foot around, so that you can line up your heels and line up your toes. And drop your head over your legs. So you're in a forward fold in a wide position. Prasarita Padottanasana. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Lengthen through the neck, relaxing the top of your head down towards your mat. One more breath there. On an inhale, halfway lengthen. And you're going to rock a little bit left and a little bit right. Opening up the inner thighs and the groin area. Just move on your own breath, right? It's a pretty free practice to let you have some space to create your own magic. Then come forward into a low lunge. Right toes point forward, left heel lifts off the ground. Breath in as you gaze forward. Downward facing dog, right foot meets left, pause. All right, from your downward facing dog, bend your knees deeply and drop your belly towards your thighs. So you're in a playful puppy pose or pounce pose, like you're getting ready to pounce. So your belly dropping towards your thighs. And we're going to lengthen the legs, scoop the low belly, and roll and wave your spine forward into plank pose. Pause there. So tap into that element of water. So channel your water qualities here. Bend your knees and move back to downward facing dog. And then you're going to roll forward into plank pose and make it your own, friends. So if you need to add some extra movement or take away some movement, just come forward into plank pose and then back into downward facing dog. Feel the wave of the spine, the head comes forward last. One more breath there. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Pause. Pull forward into plank pose. Behind you, breath in. On the breath out, your left knee crosses behind the right. Find those Gomukhasana legs. The feet are wider than the hips, and you move your hips back with the legs crossed. Remember, celebrate your body. It doesn't have to look like my pose. It just has to feel good in your body. Breathe back, breathe forward, rocking forward and back. And come back towards neutral, right shin down, left leg up and back behind you. Breathe in, open your chest. Curl your knee into your nose as you press the ground away. Lengthen the leg up and back behind you. Breathe in. Curl your knee in towards your nose. You're going to step that foot all the way through into low lunge. You might have to walk that right knee back, adjust as you need. And from here, from the ground, we're going to rise up into Anjaneya Asana, arms to the sky. Settle into your hips, soften your shoulders. Tip the gaze up towards the horizon or even higher if you like. Breathe in. Exhale, hands inside your left foot. Heel toe that left foot out wide. Pause. Take the right hand off the grid and reach your left arm up to the sky until you find enough space to open your spine and open your chest. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release that left hand down inside the left foot. Tuck your back toe and lift your back thigh. You can heel toe this left foot in closer to your left hand and then pivot the toes up and walk to the right into your wide forward fold. Breathe out. Shift a little weight to the balls of the feet, rock it back to the heels, and just notice the change in sensation. And on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lift your heels. Come onto the balls of the feet. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Bend your knees so that you're in goddess now. Lift your chest. So I'll face you. You stay right where you are. So you're up in goddess and the knees are tracking towards the second toe. And then start to move a little bit from left to right. So now you're really finding the insertion point of the femur bone into the hip bone. Just move like you. Pause right in the center. Hands down to your thighs. Dip your left shoulder. Gaze over your right shoulder to find a twist. Come back to the center. Inhale. Dip your right shoulder. Gaze over your left. One more inhale here. And then your way from side to side. Again, at your own pace this morning. Come back to the center. Straighten the legs. Reach the arms out wide. Extend the arms into a big star pose. Imagine you could breathe past your physical body. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Turn your toes in. It's a forward fold. Back down. Forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Widen the stance. Inhale. Halfway lift. Let's lift our left toes and walk it back to the front of the mat. Low lunge. Sometimes words in the morning, right? All right. Breathe in. Open your chest. Downward facing dog. Left foot meets right. Settle back into your downward facing dog. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your spine, lift up to your seat, and pause there. All right, you're gonna lift up through the heels and tiptoe your way forward into a forward fold at the front of your mat. And once you get there, inhale halfway, lengthen the spine, pull your chest forward, thigh bones back. Then exhale, bow as you breathe out. Bend your knees a ton here, a bunch. Grab opposite elbows and let your head drop heavy. Little ragdoll. Can make one of those releasing sounds if you want. Inhale through the nose. Flutter your lips. Relax and release. And bend your knees a bunch and roll up through the spine. Taking your time, the top of your head will come up last. Coming to the top of your mat, we're going to move into some sun salutation variations today. So inhale, stretch the arms up, reach up to the sky. Bring your palms together overhead. Bend your elbows so that the thumb comes to the back of the skull or the nape of the neck, right? You've got that. Take a breath in. On your exhale, you're going to curtsy kick your right leg over to the left and wing your arms and dip your chest. So if you need to see my legs, it looks like that, right? So knees still tracking towards the toes, right? All right. From that curtsy kick, we stand back up. Big tall mountain, reach your arms up, breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, soft forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, step your right leg back, low lunge, lift your chest, take a breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Shift forward into plank pose, strong and steady. Shift forward, lower all the way down to the belly, breathe out. Inhale, low cobra as you lift your chest, stretch your toes back. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Tone your belly, press back through child's pose. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg to the sky, breathe it up. Curl knee to nose, step it through, low lunge. Inhale as your heart reaches forward. Exhale, bow forward as you breathe out. Inhale, reach the sky, lift up Urdhva Hastasana, open your chest. Exhale, palms back to your heart center as you breathe out. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, palms together. Bend your elbows, thumb comes behind the head. Lift your chest, lean your head into the weight of your hands. Then come back up, inhale. Exhale, curtsy kick left foot behind you. Wing the arms back and dip the chest. Come back to standing. Reach the arms up. Breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, soft fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, left leg back. Low lunge as you breathe the heart open. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Pull forward into plank pose. Shift forward to the tips of your toes. Chaturanga to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Or a little higher here. Exhale, maybe moving through bent knees as you tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, knee in towards your nose, step it through, low lunge. Take a breath in, look forward, open your chest. Exhale, fold forward at the top of your mat and bow. Press into your feet and rise up, back. One breath, inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, and that's our sun variation. Let's flow through that. Sweep the arms up, breathe in. Bend your elbows. Catch the weight of your head as you lift your chest. Exhale, curtsy kick your right leg over to the left and wing your arms back. Inhale, stand tall, Urdhva Hastasana, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold as you breathe out. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge, inhale, open. Exhale, downward facing dog as you breathe out. Shift forward into plank pose. This time, chaturanga halfway or all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift from the low belly, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high to the ceiling. Exhale, knee in towards your nose, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, peek forward with your chest. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, press into the ground to rise up, lift up. Exhale, hands sit at your heart, breathe out. Inhale, stretch the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend your elbows. Place the hands behind your neck. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, curtsy kick the left foot behind the right and wing your arms. Inhale, stand tall, Urdhva Hastasana, lift up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, left leg steps back. Downward facing dog, right foot meets left. Shifting forward, plank pose. Chaturanga if you want it. Inhale, scoop the heart up and open. Cobra up dog. Lift from the low belly, maybe moving through bent knees. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high, inhale. Exhale, curl knee into nose, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, root to rise, stand tall, reach up, breathe up. Exhale, hands to your heart, breathe out. Deep breath in through your nose. Easy breath out. Enjoy a pause. Moving on. Bring your big toes together. Leave a little space in your heels. Or you can find a wider stance if that supports your chair pose. Moving into chair pose, Utkatasana. Slide the hip creases back. Weight into your heels. Keep your heart open. Your arms could reach overhead. Hug your front ribs in towards your body. Sit a little deeper into your legs. Take a breath in. Sit a little deeper on the breath out. Tip your chest forward. Wing your arms back like you have a cape on. All right, so your arms are strong, your fingertips are bright. Then lean forward to the balls of the feet and lift the heels. Stabilize with the core. Keep the chest reaching forward. Then lengthen the legs into diverse pose. Hips back, heart open, belly engaged. One more breath in that diverse pose. Drop the heels, chair pose. Take the arms up, take a breath in. Back to diverse pose. Lift the heels, wing the arms back, open the chest. Chair pose, bend the knees, take the arms up, breathe in. One more. Exhale, diverse pose, heart open, thighs open. Chair pose as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lengthen, friends. Exhale, step, jump, or float back, plank pose. Your variation of a chaturanga. Maybe you're feeling some extra push-ups or no push-ups today. Feel free to do you. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. All right. We're going to build a flow here, friends. Ground your hands and feet. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. Step it through. Low lunge. Turn the back foot down. So get your feet ready for warrior two. So it's heel to arch or heel to heel alignment. Once you have that steadiness in your leg, cartwheel your left arm forward and around to the back, and you find warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Right chest pointing to the front. Settle into the strength of your legs. Gaze over your right fingertips. Peaceful warrior. Flip your front palm and reverse, right? Lift your right ribs up. Deepen the lunge on the right leg. Take one more breath in. Cartwheel down, your vinyasa, your flow, back to down dog. And you can skip it all or you could add on whatever you like. Any details that make this practice more personal. Inhale, left leg high, breathe in. Knee in towards your nose, step it through, low lunge. Turn that back foot down. Ground your feet first, foundation, and then from there you rise. Settle into your legs. You can move a bit here until you feel a steadiness happening in your lower body. Then you can gaze over your left fingertips. Reach forward, flip your front palm up and back, peaceful warrior. Lifting and opening through the left ribs, breathe in. And cartwheel it down, your vinyasa flow. Maybe it's a three-legged dog. Maybe it's a chaturanga. Or baby cobra. Or you add a nice child's pose in there. All of those sound really good. Deep breath in, easy breath out. All right. Inhale, right leg high to the ceiling, breathe up. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. Let's take that warrior two, right to it. Now we're just adding on. From warrior two, flip your front palm, peaceful warrior as you breathe up and back. Triangle pose. I like to close my stance. You're welcome to join me in that. It's just a suggestion. Reach your right fingertips forward and tip the right hand down to shin block or the floor, right? You could always bring that support right here and open up through your chest. Firm into your legs, widen through your collarbones. And this is a very playful practice today. I really want you to get inspired by your own movement. So if there's something that needs to happen here with the arm or something that would feel good, take it. Now that top arm now, either your hand to your hip or the left arm behind your back for a half bind. Plug into your legs, lift your right waist about an inch and reach your right arm forward towards the horizon. So we're in this core supported triangle. And maintain the strength in your legs, but keep an ease in your breathing and your face and jaw. Reverse triangle. Press into the legs, keep the legs long as you reach the right arm up and back. Breathe in. Then exhale, side angle pose. Bend into that front knee, forearm to thigh. You could find that block or even go deeper today if you're feeling that, right? If you feel like, oh, my hip feels open, I can extend and breathe into that. You do you. And we'll find a little movement here. So from your side angle pose, you're going to swim that arm across your face, down to the floor, and then back around. So opening and breathing into that shoulder. A couple more circles, keeping the legs steady and the breath moving. And stretch the arm overhead and come back to that extended variation. Roll your chest open to peek towards the sky. One more breath there. Reverse your warrior. Flip it up and back into that peaceful variation. Inhale. Exhale, let's cartwheel it down. Low lunge. Slide your right heel up and back, three-legged dog. Right to the sky with that right leg. Bend your right knee and stack your hip open. So now we're breathing into the front of that right hip crease. Even the weight in your palms. You can even drop that left heel or circle the knee here if you like. We have one more good round of breath here. From here, inhale. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. Shift forward. Inhale, right leg to the side. We're adding on. Right knee taps the right tricep. Maybe a little semicircle out to the outer edge of the right arm. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right foot down to meet the left down dog. Shift forward or roll forward, plank pose. Remember, you're finding your own way in chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, cobra up dog, lighting up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Scooping the low belly, hips high. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take the other side. Left leg high, inhale. And exhale, step it through. Low lunge, right to that warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Settle into your legs. Peaceful warrior, flip the front palm up and back, breathe in. Now it's triangle, lengthen through that front leg. I'm going to heel toe my back foot in, reach out as far as I can, and then drop the hand to shin block on the floor. You can even grab that toe if that's in your practice, right? I want you to bring the elements of you into these forms, right? Make them unique. And take one more breath here in your triangle. And take that top hand down to your hip or wrap it around your lower back. It could even come to the sacral area. Wrap it around to that half bind. inch on the left side and reach your left arm forward for this core supported triangle. Navel to spine. Stay strong in your legs. Tip it up and back, reverse triangle. Breathe in. Keep all that length on the left side. Bend your left knee. Let's open up to side angle, Parsva Konasana. Forearm to thigh, or you find that block or the earth. Bring all your prior teachings in. Ground to the outer edge of your right foot. Reach and expand. We're going to take a few circles, swimming that arm down to the floor and then up overhead. Utilizing those big sweeping breaths. And stretch the top arm over the ear, right bicep by ear. Revolve the heart open, last breath. Reverse, peaceful, up and back, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel it down, low lunge, back heel spins up to the sky. Slide your left heel up and back to a big three-legged dog. We're going to bend our knee into that scorpion-like shape. And settle your hands. Now there might be something you'd like to do here, right? Or stay, or circle that left knee, opening up through the left hip. And then pause, friends. Take a breath in. Knee in towards your nose or third eye as you rock forward. Breathe out. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. This time, left knee out to the outer edge, left arm. So it's like a semicircle around to squeeze. Inhale, left leg high. Downward facing dog. Pull forward, plank pose. Your chaturanga or chaturangas, if you want it, down to the belly. Breathe in, exhale, low belly lift, downward facing dog. All right, let's take a collective breath in, settling breath out. And we've got all those, and we're just gonna add on from there. Inhale, right leg high, take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, warrior two, cartwheeling the arms open. Peaceful warrior as you reverse and flip the front palm up and back. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reaching forward, long lines in the legs, open through the heart. Take the top arm to the hip or wrap it around for that bind. Lift up and reach your right arm forward for that core supported triangle. Grab your feet, tip it up and back, reverse triangle, breathe in. Right back into that side angle, bend into the knee, forearm to the thigh. And this time you're going to keep that bind or wrap into a double bind. Here you go, right? You can lean back into your thigh. Let the left shoulder roll open onto your back. Or you're keeping an extension of the arms and openness of freedom there. Cool. And then look down, friends. We're moving to half moon. So you can find your block or spot the floor. Slide that left foot in and start to lift it up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Opening through the chest. You can turn the gaze to neutral or keep it down. And wake up all parts of your body, every limb, every cell. Breathing this posture open, deep breath in. Exhale, start to bend into that right knee. Take it slow. Let the right fingertips float away from the ground or the block and settle your left foot down. Back to warrior two. Flip your front palm, peaceful warrior up and back. Slide it down, three-legged dog. Right leg up and back behind you. Right to it, breathe in. Bend your knee, stack your hip open. We're going to shift forward and maybe option to move into wild thing. Release the ball of the right foot behind you. Then spin open through the chest, open through the hips, expose the thighs, and reach up and back behind you. Stay for one vibrant breath here. Come back around. Everyone, level pelvis, lengthen the right leg. Take a breath in. Knee to nose, exhale, curl it in, press the earth away. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Right knee to the outer edge of the right arm, semicircle that over to the right. Hold, guys. Take the right foot outside the right hand and pause. We're right back into this pretty wide runner's lunge. All right, take a breath in. Then exhale, step that left foot outside the left hand. And Malasana Yogi Squat. So, Malasana, if it's cool for your body just to be here, awesome, stay there. Or if you need a little support and you have some blocks, you can take the blocks underneath you, or you can roll the front of your yoga mat up like a little sushi roll space there. All right, so I'll take this one. Bring your palms to your heart, lift your chest up towards your thumbs. So you don't want to be collapsing into yourself. You want to be really energized through the front body, shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades onto your back. And the hips are descending towards the ground, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Now there could be a little sway here. Just some movement, relaxing the jaw, feeling the edges of your body. And pause right in the center. Drop your right hand down. Sweep your left arm open. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Left hand down. Right arm sweeps open. Shoulder onto your back. And then come back to center. Take a breath in. Light up the heart. And exhale. Drop your hands. Lift your heels. And square up your feet. If you had your little roll going there, then let it go. Forward fold right over your legs. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Take a breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your elbows. Drop your head a little closer to the ground. You could also grab the backs of your legs if this is not happening, if the toes aren't accessible. Then release the hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Step back, plank pose. Chaturanga if you want it. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Other side, left leg high, inhale. Exhale, knee in towards your nose to step it through, warrior two. Grounding the feet and then opening up from there. Peaceful warriors, you lift up and back, breathe in. Triangle pose, Trikonasana, reaching out and tipping down. Expressive in your way, breathe in. Right hand to your hip or wrap it around your lower back. Lift your left arm towards the horizon. Support your body with your core engagement. Lift it up and back. Reverse your triangle. Take a breath in. Right to that side angle, Parsva Konasana. And if you want to keep that bind here or double it up, maybe just your fingertips are touching or you're wrapping around the thigh. Continue to peel that right chest open wherever you are. So the left ribs chase the right ribs up towards the sky. One more breath here together. And take the gaze down. Start to bring that back foot in a little closer and we'll set up for a half moon. Maybe there's a block there today and that's your support. And then you can reach the arm up and you can change up the gaze. Keep it as sweet or as challenging as you feel ready for, right? Whatever you feel like today. Take one more breath here. Expand out through all your limbs and start to bend deeply into that left knee. Let your left fingertips float away. Right foot lands, warrior two, pause. Flip your front palm, big reverse warrior, inhale. Then exhale, three-legged dog. Left leg to the sky, left leg up and back. Bend your knee, stack your hip open. You're welcome to stay here. Great, beautiful pose. Or shift forward into that wild thing, mindful, right? So that you can turn your hips and heart open to the sky. Changing perspective, seeing things in a different light. One more breath here. Let's bring it back around. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, curl your knee in towards your nose, round the upper back, breathe out. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Now charge that left knee to the outer edge of your left arm, hold there, and step the left foot outside the left hand. Take a breath into your runner's lunge, and exhale, step the right foot out the right. Balasana, yogi squat, second round. I'm rethinking my outfit choice today. All right, I hope you're cozy at home. So find your block so you can come back to that roll here. And then elbows inside the thighs, pull your heart up. And just breathe for a moment, relax your shoulders. Invite an intention in or quality that you want to bring into the rest of this practice. Could be gratitude, patience, love, joy, inspiration, creativity, strength, confidence. Whatever it is, let's take a deepest breath in through the nose. Stick your tongue out, lion's breath. And then from here, we're gonna move to crow pose. If you're not taking crow pose, just lift your hips and take a forward fold. Enjoy that, and you can take any variations of that forward fold you like. If not, we're moving to crow pose. Hands down in front of you, think chaturanga arms. Bend your elbows towards the back of the mat. Knees high up into those triceps because they'll lower. Looking forward to keep your balance. Scoop your low belly up and in. Then heel squeezes towards the sitting bones, right? And you're welcome to step, jump, or float back to plank pose. I haven't figured that out yet and talk at the same time, so I'll step back. Breathe in, cobra dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, easy breath out. All right, sit back on your heels and take a pause, friends. Just sit upright or child's pose or take a sip of water if you need. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. If you have blocks, then now you're welcome to take the blocks to frame the front of your mat. If you don't, no big deal, or if you have some books, but you could always use your body to modify as well. All right, from downward facing dog, we're wrapping this guy up. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee in towards your nose, step it through, low lunge. This time we're coming to high crescent. Keep your back heel lifted, lift your chest, and reach your arms up overhead. Bend your elbows, place your thumbs behind the base of the skull at the nape of the neck. Settle into your legs, lift your chest, and lean the weight of your head into your hands as you open up through the front body. One more breath in. Then lean forward, keep your hands in prayer, and take the left elbow outside the right knee for a lunge twist. The palms press together to keep the shoulder blades gathering towards the spine. The back thigh is lifted, and you rinse. You let go. One more breath. In that rotation, you're welcome to open your arms and spread your wings. Keep the legs. Drop the hands to the floor, low lunge. Step that back foot in and out to the side slightly so it's in an angle, pyramid pose. So again, a lovely place for some height to bring the floor up to you. If you don't have it, no worries. Keep as much bend in this front knee as your body is asking for. Once you get settled, draw your right hip crease gently back, take a breath in, elongate the spine, pull the eyes of your heart forward, then exhale, bow gently over the right leg. You can take a few more sweeping motions if you like, if that fluid quality is really resonating with you today. One more pause there. Lift up halfway, crawl your hands forward, bend into the front knee, step the back foot over to the right, left foot outside the right into that curtsy, right? So we've been there before, curtsy the legs, open through the arms. Once you get here, left knee is gonna lift up towards your chest, balancing mountain pose. Ooh, shoulder soft, left knee up and towards your belly. Drop the left foot, chair pose, Utkatasana, bend into the knees, breathe in. Diver's pose, lift your heels, reach your chest forward and your thigh bones up and back. Drop your heels, chair pose. Ground through your left foot and lift your right knee now into balancing Tadasana. So I'll mirror you here. With the right knee lifted, flex through your toes. Turn that right knee out a little bit and then cross the ankle over the thigh for a standing figure four or half chair. As much as your seat is moving back, you want to draw your heart forward to keep and maintain balance. You could also reach the arms forward. That would help in counterbalance. For my friends, it could go further into a fold or even into flight. You're welcome to take that. Or stay and breathe into the outer edge of that right hip. Soften what you can around your face. Unfurl the brow. One more breath there. All right, stand tall. Pull that right knee up. Drop the right foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Big breath up. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lengthen. It's a plank to chaturanga. You could float back, jump back, handstand, whatever you got. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, scoop from the low belly, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Other side, left leg high, inhale. Exhale, knee draws in. Low lunge to high crescent. Let's come all the way up. Shoulders over hips. There's some stability here, so left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. That back knee can be soft. Reach the arms up overhead. Bend, bring the palms together and bend the elbows so that the thumbs are behind the skull. Set into your legs, lift through your chest, and lean back into your hands. There's an invitation here to open and soften. Lean forward, keep the prayer in the palms, and wrap that right elbow outside your left thigh. And that right elbow is working a little to rotate those right ribs towards the wall you're facing. Power up that back leg, and continue to spin your chest towards the sky, and breathe. Most importantly, breathe. Which can be quite a challenge when you're kind of wringing out your body. All right, there's an expression to open the arms, take it if you want it, and drop it down into a low lunge, hands to the ground. Step that back foot in, two long legs, right, or longish in the front leg, finding that pyramid pose. Blocks are nice here on your fingertips. Front knee is bent as much as you need. Breathe in, long spine. Let's bow in. Slightly drawing the left hip crease back. You can flow up and down, keeping that presence of water flowing, our ability to adapt and change. Then come halfway lift, pause there. Walk your hands forward, bend into that front knee, and step that right foot out to the left into that curtsy. Open your chest, swing your arms back, pause. Ground to that left foot, that right knee's coming up into your balancing Tadasana. Right, it's not always a smooth transition, I get that. Right knee up, hold there. Drop that right foot down to meet the left as chair pose, Utkatasana, take a breath in. Diver's pose, bring your arms back, lift your heels and zip up through your legs. Chair pose, hold here. Right foot stays down, left knee now comes up into your balancing mountain pose. I'll mirror you here, or maybe that's not helping. Left knee up towards your body. Cross your ankle over your thigh, palms together at your heart, soften your shoulders. Flexing through your feet, yeah. And then moving your hips back to pull your chest forward. Widen out through that left thigh. And my friends, cultivate an ease and calm here through using the breath, maybe holding your gaze down at a still point. If you need to fold or fly, by all means, take it. We're rising up. Ground down to that right foot, lift that left knee, hold. Left foot down, inhale, sweep the arms up, back bend, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, breathing out. Inhale, halfway lengthen, your Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Opportunity to flush out, clear out, moving stagnant energy, breathing in and breathing out. Drop the knees, child's pose, widen the knees. Crawl your hips back, walk your arms forward. Full breath in, full breath out. Come forward into tabletop. Cow and cat the spine, or move like you. Lift the right leg up behind you, take a breath in. Right knee behind right wrist into half pigeon. If you need to come in through this from downward facing dog, you're welcome. Crawl your left knee back. If lying pigeon works better for your body, lying on your back into that figure four, let's do that if you need. There could be a block here. You could build a pillow with your forearms and lean in to surrender. These yin postures give us an opportunity just to sit with ourselves for a moment and see what comes up. What bubbles up to the surface? And the practice is, how do we meet it? Willingness to stay, to process, to meet it with kindness and compassion. One more breath there. Okay, lift up, friends. Walk your hands underneath you. We're moving back into that tabletop. Just be mindful, slide that back knee in. You can circle that right knee around. Shake it out. Power of the shake. All right, come back to your tabletop, little cow and cat. And then left leg up and back. If you're in downward facing dog, cool. Left knee behind left wrist, and then we scoop that right knee back. Walk it back. Left knee in line with that left wrist. Side to the outer edge. Breathe in, and then crawl yourself forward any amount. If the jaw tends to tense up, you can flutter the lips or yawn. Take about 3 more purposeful breaths here. Moving the breath to places that could use a little more room, a little more softness, ease. We'll lift up here. Find your way back to that tabletop. All right, rock your hips back towards your heels. Slide your hips over to one side, extend your legs. Scoot forward, come onto your back. And there are a few, hug your knees in towards your body. And I'm going to take you through a few things that you could do if you feel like you want them. You could come into a bridge pose or supported bridge. If you're in supported bridge, you could take a longer rest there, right underneath the sacral area. Higher if you need. You can take a long hold in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. If you need some more support, just take your blocks or some blankets or books underneath your thigh bones. Or any last movements that your body is craving. Always nice to come back to your happy baby or hugging your legs in, or if you have plow pose or legs up the wall practice, or a calming shoulder stand. I want you to end it in a way that feels really nourishing for you and your body. And if you're ready for that Shavasana, extend your legs. You can support with some blankets or bolsters underneath your knees or even blocks. Settle your skull, pour your body into your mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Slow, draggy exhale out the mouth. And closing your eyes off to the world, settling back inside of yourself. I encourage you to stay as long as you need, friend. And stay longer than that if you like. Unhurried and unrushed. Rest. Namaste.